charge itself, it's all amplified by his move speed, which turns into magic damage.
All right, what do we need here from LGD, boys?
What? The storm to come down here. Ace. The sick timing would be if Ace avoids this by reading, because
they're going to go for the pick off on the Soxa instead of the Meepo here. They will be able to get that kill pretty easily. That's going to be your first blood. Especially with all the pressure that is coming out from LGD. As you can see, 3 heroes are bottom right now, smoked up. They are going to be able to find an initiation onto the Spirit Breaker. They need to be able to burst him down, not let him get the charge away, and that's where the Wrath of Nature comes.
It feels as though, maybe this is just how Meepo games go, right? It's hard to judge his relative strength as they're going to make the move on to Fada.
Teleports are going to be coming in. Fada is able to dodge a lot of damage with the Sleight of Fist, as well as the Flamethrower that's now worn out. The Remnant,
he actually comes back into it.
Gone into mid, but he's going to stick around here bottom lane. The Storm Spirit will be able to get that kill, but Storm is heavily committed for this one, and Ace is going to be able to take advantage of that one, keeping him netted down. And Banes, where he's positioning himself always hiding in the trees to be able to get behind people and be able to set up for a kill like this. Managed to get a Nightmare onto the Rubik and helping to be able to kill this Ember Spirit, who still locks inside that E-Blade. The Ghost Scepter is going to be able to help the E-Blade out from Ace, is able to save Fada's life for the time being, and Ame can't quite catch him. They're going to leave the Bane behind. Storm Spirit really wants this kill though. Fada just can't get anywhere as the Remnant is still down, and now the Void has been caught though. Ace is able to make sure that he's locked down long enough to be able to get that one kill. Now Chalice and the Storm Spirit may need to get out of here. Storm's sticking around long enough. Look at that charge! Woo! Peter Pan down.
All-encompassing spell, the Chronosphere, now is made useless by the Aegis. You'll trade the Aegis gladly for the Chronosphere usage. As Ace, with an Aegis up, now he can play fearlessly. You have to use some measure of ultis to be able to stop him, as they're going to go on to FY.
Gotta pop the dust just to make sure. Sand King has no way to be able to see how well he's going to be able to split push, but it's tough. Up against a Meepo who has a significant amount of presence all over the map. They've caught the Sand King, able to use that blink, reveal it here to get the pick off on F.
They have to be the aggressors if they want to win this game, which is why I thought it was so weird that they decided to slow down the pace of the game. Considering against Virtus Pro, they were willing to play so fast-paced. And this is most likely going to be Chalice's head, as
they're just going to get picked apart here so many times.
It's going to pop the pipe, but he is charged.
Just kind of the sacrifice that has to be made.
He's pretty tanky.
We've seen plenty of these early
this is going fast. They need to come back.
Go terribly wrong, and a few of them go quite right, and it looks like NiP are going to show some discipline here to be able to back out, not finishing up that tier 3, instead going for the kill on FY. Now FY not having a Burrow strike up, one more second, but it's a second too late as Ace.
Main team fighters, realistically, it's like one of 2 long-range stuns that they have aside from the Bane.
Well, it's not dead for long, and the Storm Spirit is playing around his base, even if it's a little bit early.
Aegis is for the next 3 minutes, get the next Aegis, and then end the game on you. Because Meepo will do that. You have to take some sort of fight. They go for the smoke. They're going to run into the Spirit Breaker, who is like the worst case in hands on deck. We're trying to kill Meepo.
Trying to get any sources of damage done. Chalice always being able to push in that bottom lane. The Orchid reveal here from Mavia, and a really big pickoff on Fada. There's going to be Peter here. Thanks to the surge, the charge happens pretty quickly here. He's going to blow his ultimate, just trying to control up maybe, but he does. They cannot be nearly as fearless, and that's why they're going to back out of this top lane. Chalice barely doing so in time.
Nice ward vision too. It's going to spot this the entire way through, as PSG.LGD is doing a good job of sort of resetting the momentum and slowing down the game. And in fact, they're going to catch Fada again.
Fada!
And every time he dies, it slows down the timing, like, of the team. They just can't do anything without him. They don't feel comfortable taking a 4-on-4. I think E-Blade actually temporarily helps out the Nature's Prophet.
At least they're going to catch him eventually here, so that trade-off. Oh, they're going to go for the Chronosphere here. Boy, what a great Sprout is actually going to be able to protect in the epicenter to follow this one up. They're going to be able to blink in. Bro strike. The Meepo is still plenty tanky, but they're trying to focus it down. Long jump in from maybe won't be able to wipe it out. The Meepo gets popped just like that, and NiP are on full retreat. Whatever heroes can get out, trying to get away, but Rubik's already been caught. That's 3, make it 4. The Spirit Breaker gets nightmared up. Do they have a way to be able to stop him from charging? They just have the burst damage. That's all they need. LGD.
Now they should roach. They should roach themselves. This is their big opportunity. If you take Aegis away from NiP and that long zip-in from Baby with the execute, they had to blow everything on that meepo, but it was worth it as Ace buys back.
Oh, the vacuum, 3-man vacuum looked nice. No follow-up though. They are going to be able to get the easy pick off on X Nova.
And now they know there's no epicenter. NiP want to try to take advantage of this timing. They bought back on 2 cores just for this.
They don't want to go into Roshan pit. Instead, they're going to surge forward and catch the Bane again, who died back. Arch there, thinking he was getting out of position. They just return to the Roshan pit, where Ace seems to have things in full control, but the Storm Spirit, he's TPing onto the shrine right now. All they need is the vision for the trees to give him some sense of timing. Ami's going to come in. Now they jump in with a BKB. They're trying to activate, but the pipe of the Crimson Guard is the edges. The edges, he gets in on the Storms. That's it, but he does immediately fall. FY, he's going to be surrounded as well. Can they manage to get Chalice on top of that? They are going to be able to bash him with a vacuum follow-up as well. Chalice goes for a second round of teleport, but there's going to be the nets for the meepo. The charge on through. Oh, actually popped up inside. No, they do manage to get the net again. Fortunately, they keep him controlled, so yes. Just some good ideas about Dota. Ame with his BKB is currently trying to take this tier 1 tower. They are going to be able to complete the charge and force it down just like that. Telekinesis into the charge. What a combo from NiP. Very nice.
Just timing somehow?
Yeah.
Then PSG.LGD did.
Bloodstone complete for the Storm Spirit. This is going to be a really big timing. They're going to make the long jump in, be able to find PPT and NiP. Are they going to try and blow into this? They do have the Chronosphere, locking down only the meepos here. 33 actually running into the Chronosphere as well. And a stolen Chrono. Sasa locks down the Storm Spirit and right on through strike. FY nails 5 different heroes and 3 different meepos, but will be able to get the Storm Spirit down on his Aegis. They're trying to catch FY here. They don't want to let these cuts of throw strikes disrupt them. One of the meepos quite low though. Storm and Void focusing down will be able to kill, but Ame, he actually dies here. The meepo's dead for 2 minutes, but Storm's here with his BKB. Might just be able to finish up all these heroes. Saxa trying to get away, has a Fiend's Grip, but won't be able to last long enough to be able to use it. And NiP are dead with 3 different heroes, none of which have buyback, and Storm's going to be able to find one more here. It's going to be the Spirit Breaker. Tries to go for the charge away, but can't get it in time. 4 dead with no buyback. It's time for LGD to take some.
Not the ideal situation to be in, and the panel said, I mean, NiP had to do something by the 35-minute mark, take racks, take something, but it's PSG.LGD with a huge lead now. A BKB completed on the Storm. I would have really liked the Hex 2 on the meepo, because I think now you've missed your timing with your item built to kill the Storm.
Passes level 20.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Meanwhile, Fada, there's going to be a jump forward. They do immediately find the Ember Spirit, burns him down. The Ace is going to be able to follow that one up, though, and he's got Ame dead. He will be able to get the Sword Tier. Well, both of them just died, and there's no buyback of the Sword Tier. Chalice is dead as well. Fada, he's the lowest net worth core. I was just a point.
We said there was one condition for them to win a team fight.
Yeah.
And that was it. And they're going to take the base real quickly.
Now, there is this still a tier 2 up at the bottom lane, so they can't go for Megas in this 30-second marker, and I'm not sure if they can actually go straight for Throne. Otherwise, they probably
can
would have
take 2
that
sets, though.
But they can take 2 sets for sure.
What a turnaround this game has been.
Now the question is, are LGD going to be able to catch them on their way out, because they're already smoked up on the Void? They're going to try and get this initiation onto the Bane. The charge in, an easy pick-off, but he does have buyback. And that Void still smoked up, but is on the right-hand side here. And NiP really want to just find more pickoffs if they can, because then they can go for Throne.
They're just going for it. The tier 3 tower, at least one of these is going to die. A tier 4 tower.
And the Storm Spirit, though,
now the buyback comes in on the Bane.
back up. He can jump in. The Bane's going to buy back. And are we going to have the catch? The Storm Spirit's going to be able to get on top of the meepo, but immediately jumps away. Not able to slow anything down here, but maybe FY has found an opening here onto the Spirit Breaker. Pretty easy kill with the bashes coming out from Ame.
They want to chase
for
now.
more now.
They've got the numbers.
Picking them apart. They're going to be able to get the Chronosphere now onto the Darkseer, but this is where they turn potentially. BKB activated, trying to finish up this Darkseer. Almost got him. Does manage to get up for G. So now they're turning around as the BKB is now gone. A heavy commitment from Vada as well as Ace to be able to finish off this Void. And Stormseer is going to have to zip away, try and TP back. FY with a jump in. He uses up on himself to buy himself a little bit of time. Chalice trying to battle.
Ace is still alive.
Ace is so low. Where's the Storm Spirit? He needs to be able to finish off this Meepo. Chalice will die inside of his own Sprout. And the Storm, 60 seconds for the Void as well as the Furion. Long jump into the left-hand side instead. Just killing some of these creeps, but not actually trying to stop Ace. Now another Yule Scepter, and Ace is just focusing on the throne. Storm's gonna come up with an answer. This game's done. There's gonna be a Burrow Strike in, pulling down these heroes. Fiend's Grip on the side as well. The BKB activated. There's a Refresher Shard coming out for 33, but they're just gonna take the throne. Ninjas, they make the comeback off of one massive fight.
Not target.
Whoa, instant Lash, okay.
Leshrac.
I guess maybe they were afraid of Lesh being on LGD. It seems like a denial pick against the Phantom Lancer.
Playing into the Sandstorm. So he's getting some farm, but it's still a Morphling. Totally free farming at this point. Sit forward. X-Nova trying to get the stun out is going to be able to help out, but Fada actually dealing so much damage here. Might be able to get the kill. They actually do. The Storm and Spirit ends up falling here. Bankswell does manage to get the damage onto Chalice right now. Peter trying to get out, realizing that all these heroes are high enough HP, can't actually kill any of them, and with that minus armor from the Wave of Terror, Chalice just does so much damage with every swing. FY, so close to the Javelin here, but he doesn't have the Swashbuckle up and needs another 3 seconds time. Now he's completely out of mana. He's used the Shield Crash instead, but the Storm Spirit's going to be able to zip in.
What?
Back to FY as NiP are not going to be able to go for it instead. It's going to be Phantom Lancer taking a lot of damage. A Swashbuckle being used into that to be able to ensure the kill on the Phantom Lancer.
And he's got enough mana to get out to, he's popping all of his bottle charges. Looks like he should be just fine. In fact, he goes back into Saksa. Fada trying to pressure the stun right now, and Chalice is going to come in too, but maybe he's got to get out of here, getting way too low to take this engagement. Still, the save onto the Pango. I think he bottled him once. That's how he had mana.
Yeah,
where he had enough charges.
Oh, really nice. How the Dominator creep is going to be able to get the net onto this Furion, and Ace will find X-Nova. And then they picked up the helmet.
Oh, I know what it was. It was Soxus from the laning phase, right? Yeah. That's what you said. I thought you were asking me, sorry.
No.
Oh,
33? No. But there is so many members of Ninja's Pyjamas here that they can take a fight potentially underneath this tier 1 tower, especially if Fada can get to the back line here. He's going to be able to find X-Nova. They try and give him the extra bit of movement speed to run down the 5 position of PSG.LGD, and they'll be able to get the kill and setting it right for you. FY finally does have his Rolling Thunder, it seems. Trying to catch 33. Do manage to hit him with a stun here, but no immediate follow-up. Does have a Burrow Strike. 33. Thinking about jumping forward or jumping back. Not sure which one he wants to do here with the Storm Spirit and the Dust. They are going to be able to catch 33. Even as the stun comes out, it wasn't enough. The damage talent, right? At level 10.
Yeah.
So that just means a lot of burst damage when he starts moving himself around. FY doesn't get lucky. Was hoping for a silence there on the Phantom Lancer. Might have resulted in a better fight, but not going to go for it here. They do have the Phantom onto X-Nova.
Still only level 5.
Fada. Rolling Thunder's going to come out though, and oh no, this could be bad as they are going to throw out the Black Hole to be able to stop that Rolling Thunder. That's going to be able to fight by Fada sometime, but a Storm Spirit zips in to be able to finish him off. Now, in the back line, Sox is also going to be dying, and maybe still has so much mana to be able to work with. He's going to go for Ace here. He's being greedy. He wants to be able to kill the core, and he might be rewarded for that greed. Ace goes down. That's exactly what they wanted out of that. 3 dead on the side of NiP.
And they used the Black Hole to be able to just stop that, but...
Sprout. 33. Ame turns into the same thing himself to be able to catch game. Then maybe it should have.
Oh, absolutely. I think NiP thought that the laning phase would go much better for them. I think they were hoping that they would win at least 2 lanes. Chalice.
Maxwell does manage to land the stun from Fada. They're just going to try and blow up Chalice here while picking up that bounty rune.
They don't have the easiest ways to do it versus the single target spells that they have with the Sand King, with the Grimstroke.
Furion is TPing in, double dust just to be able to find 33 and quickly shotgun him down.
And you just don't expect a while ago. It feels like LGD keep getting it first, but this time around NiP At least gonna get the return, but
They do have to get the silence with that Bro Strike out from the Sand King. Now the Soul Bind as well. Locking in the two of them. The Storm Spirit is going to be stuck. The silence managed to finish him off. 33 minutes. Juke at that Rolling Thunder. Can't dodge the roll in from FY, nailing two of them. A 3-for-1 exchange. They killed the Storm Spirit, which was fantastic.
he's back in the meta. You see it all the time. We saw it in the previous game too, when NiP had to play against the Sand King.
Just immediately TPs and blinks, goes for the strike onto Chalice with Inkswell. Maybe he can still run him down here. So Silence gonna get an extra bit of burst of damage, but immediately going to the back line. Maybe he wants to be able to deal with that silence of the Grimstroke, and now they can go for the other one. That's gonna be 33. He's out of the equation, trying to chase down Ace as well, but they don't want to overly dive here, especially into the hands of Vada. Meanwhile, Topman.
Oh my, 5 armor.
Yeah, he's had that same Blink Dagger for a while now.
What is...
Ace, he just used the Doppelganger, breaks the smoke. PSG.LGD just... Well, because they feel invincible, they might as well take some objectives.
They could just go back for Roshan too. Morphling does it very quickly.
Whoa, look at that. They actually got silence here. He may not be able to take it out in time as he runs. He's looking for a strike. What happened? Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, FY's going to be Rolling Thundered in and Rolling Thunder out. Can find the opening. Win a team fight, take that Roshan, but Zoxa currently does have a haste rune, so not really the best person to jump right now. Peter Pan does manage to get his Inkswell off, but it doesn't explode in time to slow down this damage from Maybe.
Now do you Rosh?
Well, if the Furion's out of position, he TPs in very aggressively. He does have a pipe though. Look at him, he's so tanky. They're gonna get the Rod of Atos, a little bit more follow-up, but Fada needs to be able to heal Scepter himself, so instead they're gonna go for Sox. And here the Rolling Thunder on in. Sox is very low, trying to finish him up. Maybe he's able to do so. Bouncing back and forth. FY is gonna help ensure that they get the sync. But we already talked about how tanky he is. He's a hard hero to go on at this point. That's why he's willing to stand in front of this tier 1 tower, especially with his team sweeping on in, and they're going to run into Soxy here. Almaze immediately going to shotgun him down for the godlike screen. Look for more. Chalice teleports in aggressively. Peter, he's going to be spotted. Ace is also going to be spotted, but couldn't get the pullback there. The limited amount of creeps that are available to NiP. All those neutrals have to be fed into Ace. Great positioning. They're still going to be able to get the blink forward here. The swap back is going to be able to buy FY some time. Almost long enough to be able to get off the Rolling Thunder. Sox is already dead. With the BKB activated, he's now going to go for the next skill. That's going to be the other support in Peter Pan Dam. Ace activating his BKB is going to try and chase down Challenge, but we talked about how tanky he is, and all he has to do is teleport away, so he's going to be fine. Mass buybacks coming out as now FY starts rolling through all these heroes of NiP.
And they're going to reset, immediately go for the smoke. Try to get somebody out of this. As the lead builds up to 30k, one of the bigger leads that we've seen in this tournament. They do manage to catch Chalice for the time being. He gets the Hex off. The rest of his team shouldn't abandon him. He's so tanky.
Inkswell, look at Ame. Turns into a Sand King himself, daring NiP to try and get aggressive. Nice juke there from 33. Doesn't get hit by the swashbuckles, so he is able to blink away. But now to jump in. Oh, there's the shotgun. And is Peter Pan Dam dead? And looks like they found +1. They're going to be able to get the Sand King as well, as FY and Chalice were able to.
Which is not an easy target for them to finish off, especially now with the amount of time that they have. And now this is going to feel like at least a near impossible defense. They're going for Roshan, I think?
Sure. I mean, you're obviously not fighting to save your barracks at this point, but maybe he's actually going to be able to find Soxa again, and now they've got the Scythe of Ice onto the MDL. He's in trouble. He's already down to half HP. That means his illusions are going to be easy to make that jump. It opts not to. Okay, but FY will. They got to get back to Ame, though. He is focused on objectives right now. He does not want to throw this game. They need to be able to force this to a Game 3. This is an elimination series after all.
Yeah, and this is without the Enigma.
Jump over to the side, BKB activated by Fada, but maybe will turn in time. He will be able to pop his BKB of his own. Rolling Thunder on through beyond that Phantom Lancer is going to be able to secure the lockdown long enough. It looks like Peter's going to struggle. He's going to get back to his base as well, so maybe just runs him over. That's going to be it here for Game 2. NiP. I mean, you could see the writing on the wall for like 20 straight minutes. What a 42,000 net worth lead. And we're going to end this game on at 37 minutes.
Yeah, they wanted to make absolute sure that they were going to win this game, and they did.
Versus, you know, these illusion heroes.
Right, or Maelstrom.
Yeah.
A lot of magic damage to go through Terrorblade's high armor.
And just
And we talked about the side lanes. What about our mid matchup? Oh, wait, hold on. Saksa trying to go for the kill here on FY, but a lucky shot proc immediately from FY slows down Saksa.
FY is trying to bait him in. If they got like 2 more right clicks and then he goes to the lucky, the swashbuckle, I think that's actually a kill. As we finally see Queen of Pain versus Razor, by the way. This hero has been denied almost every single time Razor's been picked, right?
Yeah.
People pick it in the second pick is Saksa, in fact, does die, but was a suicide.
And something similar is going to happen here at top lane.
Pick up the regen rune onto the Pango, makes the laning phase just that much easier. Ame continues to be relatively untouched.
Inside of the map, which means that NiP probably should get 3. And they do. With this hard cam stack, a lot of golden experience to be found here. Having used the swashbuckle, kind of an interesting choice by FY, and I say interesting, I mean a killer choice. He ends up dying, giving away first blood to Ace. We had yet to have a first blood because we'd only had these denies. A maxed range swashbuckle to try and take the CS.
Yeah, instead he went into the creep wave.
Yeah, he just went right on top of the Batrider almost with sticky napalm stacks, and now no longer have an escape mechanism. Lucky shot proc onto Ace is going to be able to help get some extra damage here by slowing him down.
And FY like go for the dead, there's no salve.
Really thinking about it here. They're going to be able to find him to teleport in. He thought he juked to the right-hand side, but they will be able to find him. Really good positioning. It's not quite enough to swashbuckle, though. He will finally get the kill, but he's going to be run down by Saksa here, who's going to try and kill FY, and may still be able to turn for Chalice as well. A little bit surprised Chalice wants to fight at all, and that's why he TP's away. He realizes...
Far so good, although this lone druid's getting absolute farm. Like 33's been completely untouched, and I think this is a lane where you can't really punish the lone druid. Like, the way that you punish lone druid is you get offensive on him.
Ah, nice. You see that?
Yeah.
Use the roar to secure the deny on the Siege Wagon. Oh! PPD was so close to being able to get the kill on Xnova. The 3rd or 4th deny from this Abad now.
His middle tower is under attack.
Vada in some serious trouble. His lane was already terrible, and now there is an opportunity for Chalice to teleport in and help get a kill. That's good. He does have 9 magic stick charges, but now he's run out of the Firefly. So towards bottom, Ame is going to be caught by a Roots here. Can he get another one, though? Ame is so low with the medallion, so much minus armor. Finally, the Batrider.
It's just like a good all-around situation, I think. And you can see that they commit a lot to this like global presence. They really like the Nature's Prophet with this type of lineup as they're going to make the move on to 33.
33. He's very, very dead. Here's Sonic Wave pushing back PPD as well and getting him a little bit low. He's going to go for the TP out. Is there a chains? There is nothing. Forgiveness do you think LGD's lineup does have? It looks to me like one of those lineups you have to play pretty perfectly.
Yeah, I agree. I really agreed with Grant's assessment of this, where he was like, if he dies multiple times and he has a hard lane.
Oh, a Fiend's Grip, and that may be one of these deaths here. Is that long-term disable? There's no Aphotic Shield just yet, but he is relatively tanky. If Fear comes out now, Xnova getting a position for another round of the Mistcoil, and Ame is going to be safe here, but Xnova himself may end up dying, and he's unable to get a Mistcoil.
Stuns.
Yeah. It's a little greedy. Forward position going for a Boots of Travel too, by the way.
I mean, I could just definitely see NiP winning this game. I don't think it's going to be easy for them because they're getting hurt in the laning phase right now. And
thinking about the Rolling Thunder, goes the other direction. Actually, he tried to chase after Fada, but couldn't actually get that corner. The angle was wrong. He said he's going to roll over and nail PPD twice.
Maybe they get this mid tower though, and that would be the bigger bounty than just killing a Razor. Yeah. Real quick. They'll take objectives fast. Roshan will be theirs.
Trapping in from the right-hand side here. There's a lot of NiP members that think he can get a bolt through the Razor. They're going to go onto him first. Fada is already at half HP. Bolt 33 is already knocked down the Queen of Pain. What a big kill. And Fada's so fast, he's beginning to get away, but Ame is going to be able to chase him down with Remnants, manage to get the chains, and finish off that big Razor kill. Xnova is low. He's underneath the fire. Tries to get the Mistcoil denied. Successfully gets it, but the pullback onto Chalice will ensure that kill. 3 dead.
I could very well see NiP just going for Roshan here too. With the medallion, but just gonna back up, secure bounty runes instead.
Managed to get one of the bounty runes, the other 3. Peter is also going to be a bounty here, it seems.
I mean, I could definitely see.
Yeah.
And that's why I was so impressed by PPD's move, because he could have gripped anyone at that point, but he all-ins on FY.
Got to be able to catch Fada here. Fada Now he's been dying a lot in this series. Not gonna.
For once they took the mid-tier 1 tower, I think this is just a free play for them to make, and now Ace is the absolute unquestioned king on this map, as it should be.
PSG.LGD are just going to go for the deep dive here. Saksa has been a pain in their rear this entire time. He already caught one of the creep waves. They say he's like a perfect hero to TP in first. He's way too tanky to go on.
Yeah, I think for FY,
they can actually
he's rolling it up.
They don't have the metamorphosis, so it's not like NiP is that good at fighting right now, especially if they can get to the back line, and Peter Pan Dam is going to be the perfect target to be able to wipe out first. Xnova is forced to pop his borrowed time here, but the roll-in coming out from FY nails that TV at just the right time, but it is going to be the Aegis, 33. Using his spare to go onto the Queen of Pain, Solar Crash activated. Rolling Thunder does manage to bounce back to the TV, trying to get a target over the Sunder, can't quite get it up. Finally, Sunder's the last second to be able to keep himself alive off of Saksa, it seems. But FY tries to swashbuckle and finish off the. Oh, what's got him with the Shadow Strike? It looks like Saksa may end up dying here to the tick damage. It's not quite enough, and now he's getting bottled up. But no, 33 says, "Come here."
He's got a hope of boots.
Someday he's gonna get that horse he's riding on some horseshoes. 33, maybe losing his bear here. That won't be a bad bounty for them to be able to pick up 300 gold for maybe. Borrow time is going to be popped though, and NiP are thinking they can actually take this fight now. As Lasso onto the 5 position, that's going to be an easy one. Challenge does manage to TP way in time, and the mobile heroes of both the Queen and
Because they went to the left. I think if they went to the right, they would have collapsed on them.
Yeah.
But they're still going for it.
And FY going to be feared up. He does have, okay, the Rod of Otos to be able to lock him down. Bane. Looks like Peter just getting it a bit out of position there, trying to cut some heroes off, and ends up dying to maybe now they can turn things around. Is okay, immediately blinking away from that Link, and FY bouncing around with his Rolling Thunder, but has to be able to stay away from the Terrorblade, who does way too much physical damage. Saksa is still trying to chase him here, does get a little bit of fire damage. FY panicking a bit. Oh, that's going to be a good opportunity here. They can actually finish him off with a Sonic Wave, a pick off on Saksa, who does have, 25 minutes. I would expect NiP to really be far ahead in that regard. But just looking at the itemization of LGD and realizing it's just all physical from NiP, seems like that LGD are pretty confident they can go a lot later. They are going to be able to go for the lasso here. Firefly's up, but there was no escaping.
Plus, they have a Lotus Orb, I think, on the side of PSG.LGD.
Yes, they do now with Ame.
So instead of going for a Lincoln, he went for the Lotus, but it's realistically the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, literally no AoE stuns.
They're on the end of the Metamorphosis timing here, but there's no borrow time for this abandon, so he is going to be brought to his zone unless the Applauded Shield can save him. He does actually get the deny. Meanwhile, beautiful Sonic Wave. That finishes up the Terrorblade as well as the Bane. 33 is going to use his bear, and they actually get the chains to stop his teleport. A massive fight for LGD as they're going to be able to bring down 3 and for tier 2 and things.
Damage out.
Yeah. That was just very well executed by PSG.LGD. Very surprised that NiP even tried to take it with the tail end of their Metamorphosis.
Yeah, that was the confusing part. They don't have meta, no BKB. You can just wait things out. You'll find better opportunities. And now this tower falling very quickly. And they're going to just...
They're just going to keep going.
They're going to go way up in net worth now.
20 seconds. Shrines are available, but they really want this melee barracks, and they're going to be able to have it. Rod of Atos locking down these 2 heroes, thanks to the Lotus Orb. And PSG.LGD, a pretty easy retreat for them here.
Saksa's going to pick up some of the bounty runes, and they are chasing him.
They've got the vision. Tango, FY is trying to hit him. They do manage to get the shield. Oh, they don't. The Shivas was so close to him, as was the shield crash, but Saksa, they did it once. Thanks to the Solar Crest and this heavy amount of physical damage, they do manage to get a successful scan here, and it's going to be a close call because the Ember is going to be filing into this bit. This could be disaster for NiP, and some one-shots about to be falling here. The Rolling Thunder is going to come in. Blink Dagger, FY is just going to roll right on in, trying to get the good shield crash in. Bouncing around these heroes, but the BKB activated by Ace just turning and trying to fight, laying out the damage on FY, but the shield crash is denying so much of that damage right now. Meanwhile, Xnova pops his borrowed time, managed to heal up, back to full. The Roshan plate being controlled up by LGD, but they need to be able to win this fight. 33 is dropped so low. Going into the back line with a Sonic Wave, nailing all 3 of those cores. He needs to be able to get off the Sunder. He's silenced up right now, and now he's cut down. LGD, 2 fights in a row now, and this is a big one, being able to deny the Roshan away from NiP and grab the Aegis for themselves. It looks like they just found Saksa as well, who's trying to get in, maybe inside the pit? I'm not sure what he's doing
play right now.
Blink in? No, he's going to be chained up instead. They're going to make sure to kill him before the Roshan dies, so there's no chance in hell that the Aegis and Cheese can be snatched away.
And they're just getting run around. You saw him use the BKBs to try to avoid the Pango Ball, but that was all the time that PSG.LGD needed then to fight the TB, who has to be on the retreat without that B ability, has taken a sharp dive.
You know, I would have been so antsy if I was on the side of LGD going like,
they're going for both
guys.
sides.
Yeah, they're actually maybe going for straight up megas. NiP, they've lost 2 fights in a row, a third one, and they are definitely out of this game. They've only got 10 more seconds till the Terrorblades back up, but bottom lane of Brax, it's pretty much gone already. In top lane, let's check in on that one because that is going to be the last remaining one for Ninja Pyjamas. The tier 3 is already dead. 33 coming forward with Fada with a plasma field out. Ame is going to be pushed away by that roar, not able to deal out his big physical damage. As he's got a lot of good items for it to be able to hit some of these buildings. Chalice coming forward, trying to finish off 33's bear. Not able to quite get it, but it does push NiP back for the time being. And they can keep on forcing this. The Metamorphosis.
They have to commit.
It's now ready to go, and the melee barracks is going to fall just like that. Now it's just a ranged barracks. The scythe being used, but there's going to be the Nightmare on the right-hand side. The jump in from maybe go straight for the Bat Rider. Wants to be able to deny the big disable, but can't fully commit. Doesn't actually have the nukes available. Ame is going to drift in a little bit closer onto the Bat Rider with the Rolling Thunder going in, finishing off that Bat. Now trying to give the initiation onto Ace, who's about half HP. They're not focusing on him, though. They're trying to finish off this Pango Ball, but they just bide their time. Now the Thunder goes down onto Ame, but the Terrorblade is dropping low. Scythe device controlled up, maybe going into the back line, trying to deal with the Bane. He does manage to get him, but now he's locked down. Sonic Wave being prepped, pops the cheese. It's going to be roared up, but X-Nova is being able to keep everybody so healthy. Now the Sonic Wave comes in, finishing up Fada. NiP, they're hemmed in inside of their fountain. They're going to be losing up against Megas now as PSG.LGD will finish it off, try and get the roar. They will manage to get it onto Ame, stopping his teleport away, but they can't actually win a fight. As you can see, that maybe just jumps in fiercely with the Shivas going down. Ace is dropping low. They're trying to get the last bit of nuke damage before he can get to the fountain. He's dead. He gets denied by Fada. Fada saying this game is over, killing his own allies as LGD march to victory here in Game 3.
Very well done by them. Realizing the strength of their mobile cores. That's what they've been doing all throughout this tournament. Give them these hard to lock down heroes.